Good morning, everyone. Let's do some prayers. Om Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parbrahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Om Bhur Bhavaswaha Tat Savitravarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat Asto Ma Satgamya Tamso Ma Jyotirgamya मृत्योर्मामृतं गम्य ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहि तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहि ॐ शान्ति 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 ॐ. There is a term which comes again and again, Rishi Rin. Okay, Rin means the debt. So this is the debt we need to pay back to our rishis. In fact, when we look at that Panch Mahayagya, there is one yagya which is called a Rishi Yagya too. So what does it mean? That means we have to study the scriptures which are given to us by these rishis. And that's what it means when Rishi Patanjali said we should do Swadhyaya. Swadhyaya is one of the niyams. You remember Tap also? Swadhyaya also. So in order to do the Swadhyaya, tapasya needs to be done too. Got to take some time out and study the scriptures. Not just to study them, see what do we get from them. How can we really use that knowledge given to us by the rishis to improve ourselves, whether the life which we are living right now or after we leave this body also. Will we go at a higher place? So that's what these rishis are telling us. Sometimes we think that these scriptures are very difficult, or there are so many scriptures. We need to just pick up one scripture and start studying it deeply and see how can we make the changes in our life. Today I'm going to go through one very beautiful verse which gives us 7 different points to improve our life as a seeker. And this verse is from Bhagavad Puran. And these words are spoken by Dev Rishi Narad. Let me give you the verse first. And then after that, I'll just go through those 7 points which he has mentioned. Namane antrasya hatra pahapatana guhyani bhadrani kritani cha smarana mam pratam tushtmanaha gatsapriha kalam pratikshan vimadoho vimatsmara. So what a beautiful verse. Easy to recite also, easy to memorize also. But let's look at what he's telling us to do. The very first point, he is saying that chant the name of Lord. And over here it's said that without any shyness, without any shame. So chanting Bhagwan's name, chanting God's name, whatever name is dear to us, But when you say that name, remember God. There are countless names, Namani, Antasya. Then after chanting the name, he says, remember all those leelas which Bhagavan did. Every time God incarnates on this earth, there's some divine plays he play. We got to remember those plays. By remembering those or reciting those stories, talking to each other, we really develop great faith. But he says, don't just stop there. It's not only God came a long time ago and did all those leelas. He says, look at it, how God has blessed you. We can count in so many ways God is blessing us. Very many times we have been in great danger. There could have been a calamity, problems. Then sincerely, when you pray to God, I'm sure you have seen that something happens. I'm sure you all have experienced that. I have. Remember those experiences. Remember that whenever I was in trouble and I turned to God and seek help, something mysteriously happened. And I was shown the way. But what is the mistake which we do often? At that time, sure, we remember it. Sometimes we are relieved also that I did not get into the trouble. But after that, we forget. In fact, we don't even remember. So that's why in this verse, we have been reminded that never forget. Smaran. Always remember with gratitude. Always remember that God helped me in such and such situation when I was completely cornered. I didn't know what to do. Then say, God, I turned to you and you showed me the way. So ever remembering with gratitude, you see, this is called as converting every calamity into an opportunity. So in other words, every calamity can become an opportunity. Opportunity for what? See, often we look at the opportunities in the material world. This is the opportunity to develop our relationship with God. To develop love for God, devotion for God. God, you helped me. You were there for me. You showed me the way. This way we come to know that there is somehow, some way, He is always with us. He is with us, but our mind forgets it. But if when we are grateful, then we say, no, God is with me. When there's a problem and I turn to Him, my problem is solved. In Bhagavad Gita, in fact, throughout in Bhagavad Gita, if you see the same message is repeated again and again. Lord Krishna says, come to me. Sarv dharman paritajye mam ekam sharanam vraj. Aham tva sarv papebhyo mokshishyami ma shucha. Says, come to me. And it's mentally we have to just come to Him, connect our mind with God. Another place He says, Mat chit sarv durgane mat prasad tarishyasya se. I will help you cross over. All you have to do is fix your mind in me. I will free you from all the problems. Or I will empower you to face all the challenges of life. In fact, He gave us the assurity. He says, whenever you need something for your welfare, well-being, I will provide, I will look after you. Yoga kshemam vahamya. I personally will take care of you. This is the surety we feel. So again and again in these kinds of promises, He keeps on making. Some places He says, Na me bhakta parnashyate. So if we become His bhagat, and bhagat we become if we develop that love for Him. So that's why I said every calamity, convert it into an opportunity to connect your mind with love to God. Every time we get something from God, our desires are fulfilled, or we feel protected from dangers, we should remember it again and again. How many times we thank worldly people for something small, and God who has given us everything. There is a Kunti Stuti. If you remember, Kunti is mother of Pandavas. He does the Stuti. We see that how Kunti Mata remembers the Lord all the time. Kunti Stuti, if you get a chance, go through that. So number one was chanting God's name. And number two is remembering with gratitude what all He has done for us. These are the 2 points. Remember, the law of this universe is when we are more and more grateful to whatever has been given to us, this cosmos gives us more and more of that. When we are thankless for whatever has been given to us, and we can't keep on complaining about what has not been given to us, what does the universe do to us? It takes away even that which is given to us. So that's why we have to be very careful. There are certain laws in this universe. So positively make use of these laws and bless your own life. If we ignore these laws, we should be ready to suffer. So point number 2 is be grateful. Okay, with gratitude. The third point in this verse, Gam Priyatam Tushtmana. Be ever contented with whatever is given to you. Contentment. This needs to be practiced too. Whatever is needed will be given to you. If something is not given to you, it simply means we don't need it. Tushtmana. According to Rishi Patanjali, Santoshat Anuttamam Sukhlabha. Contentment. प्राप्त ही पर्याप्त है. Whatever you have, that is sufficient. that kind of a feeling in the mind. That is called santosh. So gam pratam tushtmana. Fourth point he's making in this verse is gat supriha. Supriha means cravings. Cravings of the sense objects. We got to let them go. We don't have to let go of the objects, but the cravings for the objects. Objects will always be there. We don't have to throw them away, but they don't need to be in our mind. Because where does craving reside? In the mind. So gat supriha. Stop desiring what you don't have and be content with what you have. That's how you will see the progress while you're walking on this path. And number 5, kalam pratikshan. What does it really mean? Kalam pratikshan. Kal means time. Wait for your time. Meaning be ever prepared for death. Kal means death also. At the back of our mind, it should always be there. We are here for a few more years. Or maybe even not that. Always remember that we are not going to be here on this planet forever. Kalam pratikshan. Be ready for it. Prepare the mind for it. Don't think that I will always be here. We see other people leaving the bodies, leaving this planet, but we always think that, no, we'll always be here. So from this verse, we are learning something different, which is the truth. There is another verse to explain this particular point. Idam shriram parinam peshalam patati avashyam shatasandhi jarjaram kim aushadam prachasi mood durmate niramyam krishan rasayanam pib. This body is decaying. Patati avashyam. That's the nature of this body. It will decay. And another fact is that this body is definitely going to die. Shat sandhi jarjaram. Every sandhi, every junction, limbs, joints, they will break. And finally, this body is going to fall. So this Rishi is saying, hey mood, hey durmate, hey foolish fellow, kim aushadhi prachasi. Why are you troubling yourself with the medicines? There is one medicine, he says, which will be really effective. All the other medicines at a time will come when normal medicines are not going to work. But there's one medicine which will work. Niramyam Krishan Rasayanam Pib. Pib means drink. So this Krishan Rasayanam medicine of Bhagwan's name, that will definitely work. And how will that work? That name will give you this experience that you are not the body. And this is how it works. You are not the body, you are the observer of the body. You are pure consciousness. That is how this medicine works. And then there's no problem. What is going to die is not me. Because this instrument is going to die, let it die at that time. It's not my non-existence. It is a non-existence of the body. And this doesn't mean that we should not take medicines at all. That's not what Rishi is saying. Take medicine, but at the back of the mind, remember that a time will come when this medicine will not work. If the medicines are supposed to work, then we got countless medicines these days. Nobody will die. By the time we are ready to leave this body, we should be mature enough to cheerfully leave the body. Cheerfully. It's like a detaching from this body instead of somebody snatching it from you. So mind has to be prepared. That is the point. Kalam pratikshan. And then there's a sixth point. Vimado. So the first point was chant the name of God. Second one, remember God with gratitude. Third one, be content. Fourth one, become free from all desires. Fifth one, prepare your mind for the final exit from this planet. And now the sixth one, he says, Vimado. What does it mean? Be free from arrogance. Mad means arrogance. Live in this world with total humility. Cultivate humility, ever be humble. Like a blade of grass. So humble. In fact, this one thing, if you practice, you will always have peace of mind. Whether you know those four Mahavakyas, Tattvamasi and Aham Brahmasmi, etc. To be humble, we need to practice something different. Idam namam. In fact, there are four small stanzas, if you can remember, connected to this is, I am nothing. I know nothing. I have nothing. I can do nothing. Become humble. So instead of saying that Aham Brahmasmi and becoming arrogant without the realization. So keep those great Mahavakyas from the Upanishads on the side. Practical tips of peace is this idam namam. Nothing is mine. God, if I'm alive right now, I don't know how I'm alive. I don't know. How do I see through these eyes? I don't know. How do I hear? I don't know. How do I think and how do I remember? I really don't know. All my talents, abilities, I really don't know. And I don't know how this all functions. Everything in my body, whether there's a kidney or the liver or the heart, I really do not know. So literally speaking, I don't know anything. If you just practice this, you will find that your mind will be absolutely peaceful. All that burden from the mind of knowing and remembering, it will dissolve. At least practice it for a few minutes a day, if not all day long. And when you are practicing this, you become fit to understand the highest knowledge actually. You are really opening that great highway of knowledge. Aham brahmasmi. So in order to know that highest, we need to become humble first. See, just like a water, from the height, it drops down to the lowest level. So that's how we receive God's grace. We often talk about the self-effort. To me, becoming humble is a self-effort. We should use our effort to become humble wherever we can. Only then the highest knowledge comes as God's grace. So in other words, we got to empty our own cup so that Guru and God can pour something into it. So we mada, be humble. Whenever others are praising you, beware. They are nourishing your enemy inside you. Because where is our enemy? It's not outside. It's right here, within us, this mud. My own ego is my greatest enemy. Because we know that wherever there is an ego, the kam, krodh, lobh, moh, mad, matsarya, all those negativities, they take housing in that personality. Or you can say the mother of all negativities is one's own ego only. You will always find that when the mind is extremely disturbed, you are possessed by your own ego at that time. So disturbance of the mind is a symptom. We always want to just look for the reason outside of us when we are disturbed. But the real reason is right inside us. See, just like what is the symptom of fever? Temperature. In the same way, what is the symptom of that ego has possessed me? Devoured me? It's a disturbance of the mind. Worry in the mind, tension in the mind, stress, anxiety, all that. They are all the indication. At that time, practice the Mahavakya. Idam namam. I am nothing. You'll be amazed how the mind becomes quiet. Just like the moment the root is cut, the tree becomes dried up. The leaves, the twigs, the branches, everything dries up the moment you cut the root. So the root of all the problems in our life is ego. So that's why we have to puncture this ego. This is what this great verse is telling us. You can see that how much knowledge is in this one verse alone. If we study other verses, our rishis, they have given us the whole library. But we have to at least spend some time. We can adopt a book. It could be a Bhagavad Puran, if that interests you. It could be a Bhagavad Gita, Yoga Vashishta, Yoga Darshan. There are a lot of great scriptures out there. So deflate the ego, erase the ego. That's all we need to do in life. So this was number 6, Vimada. 7th one, the last one, Vimatsara. So you are familiar with that word, Matsarya, jealousy, right? That is one of those enemies. So Vimatsara means don't compare yourself with others. Okay? Because when we compare, either we think we are better than them, there's a problem, ego rises up, or we think we are no good, then we feel bad about ourselves. Everybody got a special place in this planet. So Vimatsara, don't compare yourself with others. Everybody, each one of us, remember, we have our own journey. Each time we come over here, there are certain lessons we need to learn. Certain karmas we have to fulfill. So we should not compare ourselves with others at all. By comparing, we are putting ourselves into a certain danger. Because we become miserable by comparing, or we become arrogant when we are comparing. So you can see that all these terms you are familiar with, but they are all given in this beautiful verse. So 7 beautiful points is making in Bhagavad Puran. Just one verse. Namanne antasya he hatrapaha patan guhane bhadrane kritane chasmaran gam pretam tushtamana gatsapriha kalam pratikshan vimado vimatsmara. Okay, so it's almost like a revision of what you already know, but it's up to us as practitioners to look at our own sadhana, our own practice. Where do we need to really work on? Are we remembering God all the time? More and more or not? Are we remembering the world more than the God? Are we dependent upon the world more than the God? Are we driven by our ego? Or we are cultivating humility? Back of our mind, do we always remember that one day we have to leave? Because that is definitely one thing sure. We will leave this body. Are we ready for it? Will we be peaceful when we leave? Because if we leave peacefully, we will go to the place which is peaceful. Because we got to go somewhere. Something in us, which is essence of us, is not going to die when the body dies. So think about that also. Not with the sadness. Okay, there's nothing sad about it. This is a reality. We cannot just close our eyes and think that it won't happen. It will happen. Be ready for it. We plan for everything else in life. We plan tremendously, actually, for every little event. But this is something which is going to happen for sure. Are we planning for that? Are we ready for that or not? So this is what this Rishi is telling us. So 7 ways the seeker must live life. So while living, we are looking into it. Especially as we get into the third stage in life, fourth stage in life, it becomes even more important to keep on thinking about it. Be thankful, God, this life has been so beautiful. You gave me the opportunity to serve also. You gave me the opportunity and you protected me several ways, several times. I personally can count countless times where I got saved, and I'm sure all of you can too. In fact, even last Sunday, fraction of a second, we could have been just gone. There could have been a really big accident, but God saved. The other car moved away, we moved away, and we got saved. So it happens. That's life. We are really going through a pretty fast-paced life these days. So be thankful. Okay? So I will stop it over here and then we can have some discussion also. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnase Purnamadaya Purnameva Vishishyate Om Shanti 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 Om. Thank you very much for joining.